People go to school and they're spending $8,000, $10,000 a year, $15,000, and they have no idea what they want. Just stop. Just stop. Wait a second before you sign all those loans, before you put yourself in debt for the rest of your life, and say, what do I want to do with my life? Sometimes you just need a couple years after high school just to get yourself together. If college is what's meant for you, because there's a lot of professions that don't involve college.
But everybody can't be an NBA player, and everybody can't be a rap star, and everybody can't be.
You need plumbers, you need electricians. There's a lot of people that make the same thing or more than people with college degrees, and ultimately it's about being happy, having a happy life, raising your family. I feel like the key to life is family itself. So if you can provide for your family, this is speaking from a male point of view, and be happy, then that's all you need. It's not about that college degree that everybody says that you're supposed to have. There's so many people with college degrees that are not happy with their life.
Come on. We went to them cities together, we did all them drugs together. I promise I wouldn't overstep it, but damn, I just cannot forget her. I done wrote you some letters, but they ain't write the paper and showed you my message, but still you just don't ever get it. Just been having these thoughts all dog, I need me some God, I need me a reverend. Worst part, I can't talk to my best friend. Worst part, I just wait for my deathbed.
I'm not ready for college. Like put it this way, right? I got a month of school left. It's my senior year, it's my last year of high school. And I still don't know what I'm gonna do. Cause at first it was like, I believe in this YouTube thing so much that like I wasn't even considering anything else but that. But then, family, people, external factors, and people that have, they're in this life thing. And they'll give you advice. But maybe it's my stubbornness or maybe it's my discernment. But I tend to think they're either trying to give you advice on two things. Whether they genuinely have the advice that could help you further your vision on what you want to do in your path, in your career, in your life. Or are they just recycling what was told to them? But all that recycled information, you don't know if it's smart, if you should take it, because you might end up just like them at them 9-to-5 jobs, clocking in, clocking out, working for somebody else. And I've always told myself I would never work for nobody. I would want anything I make money from, income, whatever, to be mine. My name's at the top of the list. My name is at the top of all the licensing, all the financial, anything. It's me. I come to think of it now as like, damn, do I just go with what they're telling me to? But am I going to end up another statistic? And I don't want to end up like them. And even some of you could probably sit down and think of the them I'm talking about. The ones that you see every day working that same job, looking always miserable, sad. They won't tell you. Nobody will ever blatantly come out and tell you they're sad unless, if emotions get too high or the mental space gets too much, that's when people will start crying out for help. Sometimes it'd be too late. I would never know if somebody's actually going through something that they're just not comfortable to come tell anybody about. And it's like, I don't know, bro. Because I'm thinking about it, what is something that somebody can really teach you that you can't teach yourself if you really just had no other way, or you didn't just try it all. Why would I go to school for art when I can just keep drawing and drawing and drawing until I get it right? Why do I have to go to a computer programming class when I can just get on all these coding websites and just learn gradually how to code a website myself? AI, you know what I'm saying? We're advancing so much in life right now that a lot of these jobs are gonna get took by technology. Consulting, that's probably gonna be gone in 20 years. You know what I'm saying? Other things like photography, why are you going to school for that? You know what I'm saying? All you can do is just look at those ahead of you. And a lot of successful people in life, time and time again, they say, you know, you should go to college. But those are the same successful people that didn't. They dropped out or they didn't even touch campus at all. And you can call it luck. You can call it, oh, they're just one of them ones in the bunch that got lucky and, you know, favoritism. And, you know, sometimes it is. You know, some people are handed opportunities. Yes, that is there. But the ones who also can classify themselves that they know they came from nothing at all and they still somehow made something happen for themselves. And now people are mad at them. Now people look at them differently as if, like, you know, we all didn't come from the same place. But if you enter college, 9 times out of 10, everybody's in the same boat. Not everybody got scholarship. Not everybody got somebody to pay for their schooling. Most people are working them 9 to 5 jobs while in school, while trying to balance taking care of themselves mentally and physically. It's, you know what I'm saying? I tend to think that it's just it's a system, a cycle of life that not too many people can escape because most people are focused on the party life and the overall freedom of knowing, hey, I'm in college, I'm on campus, my parents are here to supervise me, I'm in my own world now, I can live a little bit. But then you forget, while you at that function, while you at them frat parties, that debt from that tuition is building and building and building. And by the time you out of it, you thinking you finally finna start life, boom, it slap your ass with them debts. One at a time, gradually, you'll see it build up. Now you 20,000, 30,000 in debt, but you 5 years out of college, 10 years out of college. Sometimes you almost 40, you still in debt. So I tend to think, dang, how do I not end up like that? Am I getting to that point where I'm about to end up like that, and then I'm finna be the guy who's giving that advice, go to school, find out what you want to do. If you don't know what you want to do, you got to sit down with yourself and think about it. But a lot of times people know what they want to do, but it's just they're scared. Out of the fear, out of the motivation that, you know, they're going to get judged by those around them and stuff. Because I'm going to tell it right now, I'm tending to see that because I started this whole thing, I'm not liked by a lot of people no more. I probably never was. And, you know, it all stems from, you know, I gave up basketball to pursue this. And to them, I look really stupid because I probably should have taken that route because that was the safest route for me. But internally, it did not feel like that. And a lot of people won't get that I was not willing to give up my self-esteem and my self-peace just to please others that probably wouldn't even care that much for me without that title of being a basketball player or being some dude that is acknowledged with something sports related, because not everybody can do this. And this is not really meant for everybody. So I gotta understand from their side too that yes, this is a lot of work. Sometimes you get nothing in return, but something to someone is gonna tell them just to keep going only because it feels right. And now I'm at the point where some days I be hoping for a miracle. Some days I be knowing what to do, but I don't really have that much help no more because I've lost a lot of family members. And the family members that I'm still close by with, it's like they don't understand me or they don't understand my vision. Some people see me and it's like, he thinks a lot, you know. I sit there and I think too much, and I do. I do think a lot. Mainly because I be thinking, where am I gonna take my life from here? Because now it's like I'm my own man. I gotta learn how to navigate things myself and teach myself all these things that, you know, before I even turned 18, I had to understand the world for what it was and not what I thought it was gonna be. Because I ain't think the world was as cutthroat to where even if you do a lot for somebody, even if you don't expect nothing in return, just out of nowhere somebody can turn on you and not care about you anymore. I've lost a lot of friends for no reason. For no reason. Took time out of my day, stayed up out of my nights just to be there and help out and do everything. That's why with college, I don't really know if I want to go through that again. Because even if I make them friends, are those friends beneficial? Or are those friends time wasting? And I don't got that much time to waste no more because I've wasted 18 years already. Trying to please other people. Trying to motivate myself to try to be like other people. Try to curate myself to be somebody I'm not. That all got tiring. I look back every day and I think, why did I even give myself a time of day to even go and do that? And now I sit here, sometimes alone, I'll think, man, what if I did try to involve myself a little bit more? What if I did really try to just, go with what everybody else was saying with the whole basketball thing and, just trying to please everybody else except myself. The selfishness. I've never been the selfish type, but it's like until I got like that, it's like just a little bit. Because I'm not even fully selfish. Me being fully selfish was to be, I would never even try to help nobody. But knowing you can help somebody and you don't, I don't have that. And maybe that's a gift and a curse because sometimes I tend to see people take advantage of that just because they know I won't do nothing about it. Because 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to really argue with nobody. Fighting is the last thing I want to do with somebody. So now I just learned to just be in my own space and try to think my way through everything. But even that too is getting mentally tiring in here. And now I'll be trying to figure out how can I get this to function properly to where I can know where to move. And I got until a month. I'm not ready for college. Because that's more weight that's going to be thrown on top of me. On top of weight that has not even been fully lifted only because every year it adds up. It adds up every year. And I can't figure out which or where to place some of the weight. Just place a little bit off of me. So I can finally relax a little bit and be like, okay, now I'm ready to go. I wonder when that day gonna come. But until then, I feel like I should be going through the days. Or I be surviving. But until then, I just thank God that, I can keep stable some days. And at least try to do something about my situations. And try to do something about where I want my life to go. Because now I had to understand I just gotta stop listening to everybody. And I stopped that, public wise. But, you know, even close around you, that's all I got right now. So it's like sometimes I be feeling like I have no choice but to listen. Cause I don't know what else to do. I need a miracle. I need something to, you know, finally give me a sense of direction. I keep losing the feeling to pray only because I don't know. I be dwelling so much that I can't even figure out where I'm even supposed to be at. I've been at this for a year and a half now, and I still, you know, I feel like I ain't done nothing. And maybe that's with the patience. Maybe that's with the wait your turn. Maybe that's with the God's timing. But then I figure in college, and it's like I might even just go to college just for the connections and the, you know, maybe I will find myself there. But they're saying tech school and to save money, which I need to save money. I need to get a job. I need to learn how to drive. I need to get my license. I need to get my LLC for my clothing brand. It's like, you know, trying to line up everything in your objective. It's like a mental to-do list. And on that to-do list, it feels like there's something new being added to the list every day. And I can't figure out which one to do first because it's just so much. So then you got to dumb it down to what matters more to you. But a lot of things that matter to me don't matter to somebody else. And I can't do all this by myself. I can't. I can count on God, and God placed in people around me. But then those people too have their lives. So at the end of the day, who can really help you with anything? Except God. But I have to sit there and think daily that maybe one day I can look back at this moment right here and know that I guess I've lost a sense of direction, but I'm still found in myself. And as long as I'm found in myself, at least I can know I still got me in a sense to give myself a lane to go in. And at the end of it all, you're just going to see if you made the right choice or not. And I don't know. Because at this point, bro, I ask myself every year, where am I going to be a year from that point? And every year, I be so confused on where I'm at by that year. Because it's like, how did I get here? So, but now I can't go by years anymore. The maximum months, probably. If I don't go months, I go by weeks and days and hours and minutes and seconds. But I don't know. I am ready for college. I'm not ready for college. I don't know what I'm ready for. But I guess I gotta keep living to find out. And I guess what we're gonna do, bro. But we'll see. I'll go say a prayer. And then maybe. Because I be trying to pray sometimes, but I be dragging my feet only because, like, sometimes you don't even know what to pray for anymore. And you be feeling lost. And then you sit there and the hours go by past you. So I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out though. I got to.
The main thing is getting to do something that you really love to do. But you know what, I was thinking about something I was going to say to you, Kanye, that I thought was important. How you were down to earth and everything, but you know you got a lot of confidence. Come off a little arrogant even though you're humble and everything. But it'd be important to remember that the giant looks in the mirror and sees nothing. You know what I mean?
So do you think I come off too arrogant?
No, come off just right. It's because it's what's inside. Because you can't be a star and not be a star. You gotta have some oomph about you. You don't want to just go saying, "Oh, I'm just really not all that," but thank you anyway. Nothing like that. I'm not saying come off like that. I think the way you handle yourself is really just perfect. But at the same time, if you remember, like, to stay on the ground, and you can be in the air all at the same time. That's what I think it means when it says the giant looks in the mirror and sees nothing. Everybody else sees the giant. You know what I mean?
Right.
Let it all go. Had to take a minute, was a close call. I don't fuck the flight attendant, heading overseas, I don't switch the coast on. I was under the impression that you weren't impressed, I don't mean to boast now. I got cash on top bound, pop the Benz as an off.